Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Volta Premier Ho, Amenuveva Aplao, Lolonyo FM Hohoi and Kekeli FM Ho. Get radio, TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, health facilities in Kwehubipon reopened today after a 24-hour shutdown following clashes that led to the death of 2 persons in the area.
They remain shut down today?
Yes, for today.
Will you reopen tomorrow?
Hopefully, but we have to also look at the situation. For the safety of our staff is of paramount interest.
We have details of that as Eastern Regional Minister Seth Achampon indicates schools will remain shut until Wednesday.
With the school children, we are bringing them back by Wednesday, because some of the managers of the school left out.
Also, if you abandon your face mask, it's time to grab them as Accra ends an unenviable title as one of the cities with the worst air quality in the world, with researchers warning that this year's Harmattan will get worse.
During February, we have all reached the peaks and the peak of the Harmattan. So mostly the dust levels, concentration levels are quite high in February.
In business,
International Monetary Fund assures Ghana of support to prevent debt restructuring with creditors from dragging.
And later, TUC and organised labour refused to back down with their demonstration despite reports government is considering withdrawing its directive to charge a 15% VAT on electricity.
Total no. We have not received any official communication from government.
So the action is on all the way to February 13th?
Yes, they're still on, as you have already said.
I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Details shortly. Now let's dig in. Health facilities in Kwehubipon will reopen today, 24 hours after they were shut down due to clashes in the area. The youth vandalized the palace of the Bipon chief on Sunday after their demand for an immediate release of a young man accused of killing 2 people in the area was turned down. The irate youth who wanted to lynch the accused turned to violence, leading to a clash with the police and closure of schools and health facilities. Speaking to Joy News, Municipal Health Director of Kwehu South, Dr. Kweku Owusu, says the health workers will resume work today.
That's why there are 2 health facilities, one chip compound and one health center.
They remain shut down today?
Yes, for today.
Will you reopen tomorrow?
Hopefully, but we have to also look at the situation and get the proper advice from the security agencies. For the safety of our staff is of paramount interest. So we have to make sure that they are safe to be able to conduct their activities in a serene atmosphere. Disturbances in risk. Even stray bullets, stones being shouted here and there can hit any of our staff. So we have to make sure that they are safe.
And that's the Municipal Health Director of Kwehu South, Dr. Kweku Owusu, while the Eastern Regional Minister, Seth Achampon, has also indicated that all schools will remain shut till Wednesday.
The last time I spoke with the regional police commander, we are very hopeful that tomorrow some of the health workers will be able to return to work. With the school children, we are bringing them back by Wednesday, because some of the managers of the school left out. They traveled because they are not natives. They are not indigenous who come from the community. So they left town to their homes. So we are giving them assurance that they can travel back and that the town is back to normal.
And that was Eastern Regional Minister Seth Achampon. Now, if you abandoned your face mask, it's time to go and grab them, as researchers warn that this year's Harmattan will get worse. The warning comes after IQ Air, an air quality monitoring center with more than a dozen sensors around the country, ranked Accra as the worst, ahead of Mumbai in India and Wuhan in China. They believe that the terrible weather will become intense in the coming days. Analyst with Clean Air Fund, Victoria Wusiteria, spoke to Joy News.
During February, we have all reached the peaks and the peak of the Harmattan. So mostly the dust levels, concentration levels are quite high in February. And then along the way, getting to the latter parts of February, it reduces. We get a mixture of dry and wet conditions, getting some few rains here and there, and so improving the quality of setting in the rainy season or the wet season.
Meanwhile, pediatric pulmonologist Dr. Sandra Wusukwating is advising children and the elderly to mask up to protect themselves from the adverse impact of the weather.
Advice to parents and caregivers and teachers that it would be good to keep the children indoors as much as possible. If they need to come outdoors, we would encourage them to put on face masks. It's also very humid at the moment, and so you find that a lot of children are coming down with respiratory tract infections.
Still on health, Director General of the Ghana AIDS Commission, Dr. Stephen Cherme Etuahene, has indicated the Commission's resolve to crack the whip if persons living with HIV continue to put the public at risk by willfully spreading the virus through unprotected sex. He has tasked the Network of Association of Persons living with HIV to report its recalcitrant members to the Commission for action to be taken. His caution follows a Joy FM report on a middle-aged HIV-infected woman confirming spreading the virus to unsuspecting men.
Some human beings are too difficult, and so they will, although they know, they will continue to do the wrong thing, and that puts the entire society at risk. HIV is a public health issue, and so their conduct actually impact on the level of new infections in the country, so they should stop doing that.
You had Director General of the Ghana AIDS Commission, Dr. Stephen Cherme Etuahene, and we apologize for the poor quality of that sound. Now to the Labour front. TUC and Organised Labour refuse to back down on their upcoming demonstration until the VAT on electricity consumption is revoked. Members of the various unions on Monday wore red attire and draped their offices with red cloth as first steps to show their commitment to embark on the massive demonstration slated for February 13. Now, there were rumors making the rounds that Cabinet was considering making a U-turn on the policy, but that is yet to be confirmed. Meanwhile, Deputy Secretary General of TUC, Joshua Nsa, says they will go ahead with their protest.
Total no. We have not received any official communication from government.
So the action is on all the way to February 13, you'd say?
Yes, it's still on, as you have already said. At least government should confirm the statement in the public domain that, hey, we have not said anything, or yes, we have met and we have taken that decision. But nothing of that sort as I speak to you now. So how do you expect us to believe what is there? We think that we have just asked for very simple things, that government confirm the information that is going around.
Well, the unions have released an official statement to that effect. My colleague Samuel Imbura joins me with more. What does it say, Samuel?
Mami, the Trades Union Congress has officially declared a nationwide demonstration against the government's decision to implement VAT on residential electricity consumption. This demonstration is scheduled to take place on Tuesday, 13 February 2024 in all 16 regional capitals of Ghana. Regional secretaries of TUC have therefore been instructed to notify regional police commanders in accordance with the Public Order Act. The letter urges cooperation and support for the protest, and this has been signed by Dr. Yaba, Secretary General, TUC.
Thank you, Samuel. And now to your election headquarters, brought to you by Petrosol Clean Fuel in full quantity. The February deadline for the naming of the running mate for the NDC flag bearer John Mahama is inching closer and closer. But who will it be? Well, we've been hearing from the immediate past running mate, Sanana Jane Opokwajima, not on whether she will be running mate or not, but this time on a new campaign strategy targeted at the youth of the NDC dubbed Voice Out and Vote Out. Listen.
Voice out with conviction. Voice out with facts. Voice out devoid of insults. I think I said elsewhere that if insults built a country, would have been the most developed in this world. It hasn't taken us anywhere. And if you must vote out decisively. It's not about a small margin and we are going for runoff. We are not going anywhere.
And also, former Minority Leader Haruna Idrisu insists a proposal by the Electoral Commission to change time of closing elections from 5 p.m. to 3 p.m. is against common sense. According to him, the move undermines the rights of the electorates. The Tamale South MP wants the EC to show respect to the electorates by abandoning the proposal. He was speaking at a town hall meeting at Kushegu in the northern region as part of the NDC's Building Ghana tour.
If at 5 p.m. you have a queue, you have a queue. The right to vote established under Article 42 is not a divisible right. It's not a right you can divide. Opera Fabi, Namin Fabi, no. It's a legitimate, full, absolute, constitutional, inalienable right. So you can't tell somebody that when it's 3 p.m., go home. That is above Jean Mensa and the Electoral Commission.
And that's how we end the bulletin. In our top story, health facilities in Bipong reopened today after a 24-hour shutdown following clashes that led to death of 2 persons in the area. I'm Missing Amateur Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
Is over. It's the Clash of Titans. The Total Energies African Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is here. And as part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. So drive to selected service stations and kickstart your year with lots of amazing giveaways. So starting Sunday 14th January, when you buy fuel or lubricants on selected match days from selected Total Energy service stations, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. Let's celebrate the passion of football together and win lots of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. Remember, promo is valid while stocks last. Visit our social media pages Total Energies GH for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Let's live football together.
The boys are lined up looking for an opening. They are charging forward from our 3. Kuku has his eye on the cashier, but Yo gets there first. He taps, and he scores!
Win your ticket to glory with the ABSA Card Assist. Tap to pay with your ABSA debit or credit card, and you could win an unforgettable Premier League experience in the UK or any of over 50 consolation prizes such as home appliances and shopping vouchers. It's time to tap your way to the Premier League with your ABSA card. ABSA, the official banking partner of the Premier League. Terms and conditions apply.
Millennium Insurance has enhanced its motor insurance policy cover to make life more comfortable for you, our valued clients, and in the event of vehicle breakdown whilst on the road. To ensure your safety and that of your vehicle, Millennium Insurance will ensure that your broken down vehicle is towed to a safe place within 1 hour of call and 30 kilometers radius from the place of breakdown. This service is absolutely free. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, is on standby to be of service to you. Contact us now on 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821, 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
No matter your water needs, Sintex has it all. Sintex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Sintex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Sintex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Sintex tank. Sintex tank, stress-free. Sintex tank, reliable. Sintex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Sintex tank, a strong, a tough.
Breaking news. Vodafone Ghana is becoming Telecel. Stay tuned.
Dive into a new era of news consumption with myjoyonline.com, your go-to destination for cutting-edge journalism, giving you the most credible stories from business to politics and from sports to entertainment. Myjoyonline.com introduces an upgraded news website meticulously designed to empower you with an enriched browsing experience like never before. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
We've got red hot deals at Oka Deco this Valentine's season. Set the mood and express your love with exclusive decor, gifts, accessories, and much more from Oka. Enjoy red hot deals from now until 17th February. Make someone feel special. Visit Oka Deco at Accra Mall and on Spintex Road this Valentine.
Piers, Kojo, good morning.
Good morning to you.
It appears the air quality you breathe is not safe now.
It's really a problem. Okay, and there are so many causes of it, right? Yeah, traffic contributes to it, but that's not the only cause. Did you know that, all kinds of particulate matter, all kinds of chemicals like sulfates and nitrates and mineral dust, all of these things can contribute to air pollution. Here in Ghana, actually, another thing that contributes to it is, the rotting of organic matter. Yeah, all these things are contributing to it, and it's a danger to your health, real danger to your health. Okay, it's killing about 6.5 million people every year.
Wow.
Yeah, and it can cause cancer. It can cause cancer. So honestly, we are joking here with something very, very serious.
Yeah.
Very, very serious.
And for me, what baffles me the most is you've got the authority or the mandated institution, the Environmental Protection Agency, right in the heart of Accra.
Yes.
So really,
they are breathing it in with us.
Charlie.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
How did we get from wanting to be the cleanest city in Africa to being the most polluted city in the world? I mean, we first of all went in the opposite direction, and then we exceeded goals in the opposite direction. We are number 1 in the world, but we still will not admit we have failed. So if we won't admit we have failed to even start solving the problem. Piers, let me not let your blood pressure also go up in addition to your potential respiratory disease. 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. And Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Now, take a deep breath, but not too deep. Because here comes the Joy Business Report.
Good morning, everyone. This is the Joy Business Report. Coming up, International Monetary Fund assures Ghana of support to prevent debt restructuring with external creditors from dragging. Also in this bulletin, former Finance Minister Seth Terkper attributes recent improvement in Ghana's economic fundamentals to the Bank of Ghana's zero financing of government budget, but warns economy is far from recovery. Plus, cedi loses marginally grounds against dollar last week due to renewed corporate demand pressures, but analysts anticipate a stable forex market this week. We have details of these and many others for you shortly. Always a joy to come your way with the very latest in the world of business. I am Pius Kojo Baka. The International Monetary Fund has assured Ghana of support to prevent debt restructuring with external creditors from dragging as a result of the push for equal terms by the creditors. The government is currently working to reach a final deal with bilateral and commercial creditors on the debt restructuring. However, there are fears the push for equal terms for all categories of creditors could drag the process and hurt Ghana's program and the economy. Abebe Selassie is the director of the African Department at IMF and has been speaking at a media engagement in Washington, D.C.
Speed at which debt has been reprofiled under the common framework, slower than as it is, has been quite good. And I think from one case to the other, we've seen an acceleration in terms of the effectiveness of the common framework. I think a really important initiative in this regard that we have taken as an institution is this Global Sovereign Debt Roundtable, which has been a forum where many of the intricate issues that have been coming up in individual country cases can be discussed. Issues include comparability of treatment. And, I think how we can make progress is that making sure that more cross-cutting issues like comparability of treatment do not become a blockage to individual countries' reprofiling cases. So we're hopeful that the GSDR can make progress in some of the issues that have been raised.
Abibi Selassie is the Director, African Department at the International Monetary Fund, speaking at the media engagement at Washington, D.C., USA. Still on the economy, former Finance Minister Seth Terkper has attributed the recent improvement in Ghana's macroeconomic fundamentals to the Bank of Ghana's zero financing of the government budget. He believes this has been a major loophole in the nation's budget for several decades and needs to be resolved. Now, speaking to Joy Business, Mr. Terkper said the economy is far from recovery and therefore warns the government to be efficient in spending to keep the fiscal economy stable.
In the case of inflation, it's a high because it crossed 50% for the first time in many years, 2 or 3 decades. We have to go as far back as probably the 70s and 80s to see such a performance. We also know that such high was reached because of the central bank deficit financing. So the fact that the central bank has stopped or has been stopped from deficit financing to move towards zero, financing of the budget, obviously will bring some discipline to the fiscal, which was being financed.
Former Finance Minister Seth Terkper there. To one of our headline stories, and renewed corporate demand pressures saw the cedi losing value to the dollar last week, increasing its year-to-date loss to about 1.5%. This is despite the Bank of Ghana's foreign exchange intervention. More in this report.
The Bank of Ghana sold $7 million on the spot market and auctioned $20 million to the bulk oil distribution companies in the forward forex auction. However, the local currency could not hold its ground against the American greenback. It lost 0.6% week on week to the dollar to settle US dollar debt obligations and agricultural sector for seasonal restocking. The cedi also shed 0.64% week on week versus the pound, but remained stable against the euro on the retail market. Analysts expect the cedi to be relatively stable this week and during the Chinese holidays that will span from 9th February to 15th February. They believe corporate foreign exchange demand will be lower this week as importers have generally restocked in anticipation of the upcoming Chinese holidays.
Business Desk report more on the currency, and a currency analyst, Kweku Akokumsen, is predicting a marginal depreciation of the cedi this year due to market volatilities. According to him, since 2024 is an election year, foreign investor participation in the market will be limited, thus having a toll on the cedi's performance. He was reacting to concerns about the cedi's woes deepening despite the $600 million inflow from the International Monetary Fund. He spoke to Joy Business.
Looking at the market, you realize that it's still if I should use the word, mimicking some of the volatile portions or episodes we saw from last year, where demand is on and off in an undulating manner. And as such, we are likely to see such volatility as well in the market. And it's also good to keep in mind that this year being an election year, typically you would see foreign investor participation in markets quite limited, both on the fixed income side and also on the equity side. And as such, the liquidity typically they would introduce into the market to help stem all these demand pressures may be quite absent. Generally, for the cedi this year, we are likely to see a depreciating trend, although you realize that this trend is not as steep as we saw in the first quarter of last year.
Kweku Akokumsen is a currency analyst. On that note, we shall go to the market quickly, and the cedi is going for 12 cedis 48 pesos to the US dollar in the retail market. It is selling at 15 cedis 58 pesos against the pound. It is, however, trading at 13 cedis 43 pesos to the euro. You're still listening to the Joy Business Report. The Ghana Mine Workers Union is threatening to take over the operations of future gold resources at the last option if all necessary moves to get a new investor to manage the mining operations in Prestea and Bogoso fails. According to the union, the current management has been incompetent and the lack of financial capability to continue the mining operations. It is therefore cautioning government to take over and hand over the mines to another investor of investors who are capable to revive its operations. Abdul Mumin Bana is the General Secretary and has been speaking to Joy Business.
So our demand is that certainly not Future Global Resources must be allowed to put this mine under care and maintenance, when in fact there are potential investors who are ready to invest money into the mine and in fact to develop the mine into a world-class one. And so any attempt to put the mine under care and maintenance, I can assure you workers and the union will resist it vehemently. And if they are not minded of the caution or the advice we're giving now, then maybe the last option will be that we will take over the mine. Workers will take over the mine, whether legal or illegal, we will take over the mine and ensure that we manage the mine henceforth.
Abdul Mumin Bana is the General Secretary of the Ghana Mine Workers Union. Now, World Safer Internet Day is an annual event celebrated globally on February 6th, dedicated to promoting a safer and more responsible use of online technology. The day emphasizes the importance of creating a secure and positive digital environment for all users, especially children and young people. It serves as a reminder to raise awareness about online threats such as cyberbullying, identity theft, and malicious activities. In this report, my colleague Isaac Atase-Nyaku takes a look at some of the happenings on the cyberspace.
5.3 billion out of 8 billion individuals worldwide use the internet. This represents over 70% of the world's population. Additionally, over 96% use their mobile devices to access the internet, while 62% use laptops and desktops. In Ghana, there are over 23 million internet users, representing 68% of the total population, with an active social media population of 6.6 million. According to the Bank of Ghana, the country witnessed a 6% increase in cyber email fraud, totaling 1,622 incidents in 2022. With phishing attacks being one of the prevalent risks in Ghana's cyberspace and social engineering a common modus operandi, the Cybersecurity Authority has initiated several awareness campaigns to educate the public on cyber risks and their mitigations. Clearly, more needs to be done to ensure a safer internet space.
A report filed by my colleague Atase-Nyaku there. To Investor Eye now, don't hesitate to report suspicious investment companies to the appropriate regulator, such as the Bank of Ghana or the Securities and Exchange Commission. On today's edition of Investor Eye, a senior manager in charge of the Risk Management Department at the Securities and Exchange Commission, Zakaria Haruna Baba, tells Joy Business what to do after one falls victim to a fraudulent investment scheme.
Yes. If you fall victim to these things, we encourage you to report the matter to us. In the first place, you report it to SEC. We have our lines. We have the website. When you go to the website, you have a complaint button that you can click in and then report this matter to us. You can also use the email address, the info@sec.gov.gh. You can report the matter to us. You can also call. You can also walk in to us. However, because these entities are not licensed, they are not regulated, we also encourage the public to report to the law enforcement agency. We have the YOCO, we have police, CID. You can report the matter to them. If they see that issue falls under our mandate, they'll contact us.
Just got by was the senior manager in charge of the Risk Management Department at the Securities and Exchange Commission, Zakaria Haruna Baba, with today's edition of Investor Eye. Quickly to the commodities market. Crude oil increased marginally to $78 a barrel this morning. Gold is selling at $2,026 an ounce after going up by almost $2. Cocoa is selling at $5,189 a ton after going up by $180 from yesterday's trading. Ending the Joy Business Report. Back to you, Superman Kojo Jackson.
All right. Okay. Our people have chosen. Yes, they say we should play Maverick City.
Okay.
Yeah. We like Maverick City. They are not bad. And this one is called In the Room. It features Tasha Cobbs. Yeah. It's for you and the team, eh? Enjoy yourselves and please sip your breaths all day, okay? Breathing kitty. Somebody was advising us to wear face masks. Yeah. In fact, today we'll get some education on whether that is helpful, whether that protects you in any way from the polluted air. I know in Asia they used to do that a lot. So, how far we have fallen. All right, enjoy while you're in the room. Breathe carefully. Featuring Tasha Cobbs. All right, okay, lots to do this morning. We'll start with the Drive Safe campaign.
And brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. It says, when in doubt, yield. Now, defensive drivers know to yield in uncertain situations. If you're unsure of how to proceed in an intersection or a traffic sign is missing or has been hit and is not clearly visible, Practice the defensive driving technique of yielding to uncertainty. Once you've determined it's safe to continue, you do so.
Makes sense?
Yep.
All right, let's learn how to say it right then. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books at Kingdom Quality and Affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Numbers are some of the most frequently used words in the English language. They are also some of the most frequently mispronounced words in the English language. Let's deal with a few of them this morning. It's 3, not tray. It's 6, not 6. It's 11, not 11. It's 12, not 12. And instead of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90, let's say 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. There you go. Now I know if I give you a say it right test on numbers, you will score 100. That's 100, not 100.
So something caught my attention during the bulletin. I think the running mate in the last election, John Mahama's running mate in the last election, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, has been engaging the youth. She had this to say.
Voice out with conviction. Voice out with facts. Voice out devoid of insults. I think I said elsewhere that if insults built a country, would have been the most developed in this world. It hasn't taken us anywhere. And if you must vote out decisively. It's not about a small margin and we are going for runoff. We are not going anywhere. We should vote to win. And a lot depends on the preparation we make. It is not about, they have won already. Have the results been declared?
So this was at the launch of NDC's Voice Out, Vote Out campaign.
Well, looks like, yeah.
So I mean, what does this signal that the good professor is, angling for the running mate job to be returned to her?
Well, I think that it will be returned to her. I mean, from what I've learned over the period, and I would use this phrase again, unless something dramatic happens. A phrase that, when you use, people will still insist that you said that. But unless something dramatic happens, I don't see anybody being made running mate to John Mahama, apart from Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman.
Why do you think the party wants to do that?
Well, it's the flag bearer wants her. That's what I'm learning. The flag bearer wants Nana to be, his running mate. There are those who have said that if John Mahama doesn't, select Nana Opoku-Agyeman, he probably would have a lot of explanations to do. They think that, she complimented him well in the last election. Again, we don't have a lot of exit polls to indicate contributions of, vice presidential candidates. But if results in the central region were anything to go by, you'd say that wasn't enough help. But there's the other school of thought that says that John Mahama, because he has only one term, doesn't want to choose any person as a running mate that could stand the chance of taking over after him.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I'll explain.
Okay.
So at 73, 73 by end of 2024, Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, all things being equal, would be 77 in 2028. The feeling is that she may not be in the best position to take over from John Mahama. And so John Mahama will not give anybody advantage going into the NDC presidential primaries of 2027 or 2026, whichever. So that's another school of thought. And that's why Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman would be the best choice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting analysis. Now, I mean, I've got to say,
First of all, this idea that because she's old, she doesn't want to be president is interesting. I don't know which antecedent we are using to make that conclusion. Do we remember how old Nana Akufo-Addo was when he became president?
72.
Okay. And besides, today we have women of quite mature age very interested in being running mates in the other party as well, in the NPP. So I don't think
they won't get.
Well, but they still have the ambition.
They won't get.
So that's their disadvantage. But they still have the ambition. So I don't know who thinks ambition dies with age. Now, as for me, every time we do analysis of Prof. Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, I have to issue a disclaimer because I know her personally. In fact, she's known me since I was a baby. So I have to be, I have to issue a disclaimer that I'm doing political analysis here, not, I'm not making commentary about who she is as a person. She's a lovely, lovely person. But I also want to know what the political advantage is to the NDC of running with Prof. Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. If they don't have any other alternatives, then that's fine. But what's the political advantage? The last time they did this, what advantage did they get? Where did she win them extra votes? Did more women vote for the NDC? Did more people in the central region vote for the NDC? In fact, did they even win the constituency she's from?
Yeah, she won that.
She won that one. Okay. So I mean, how did they measure the gains that she brought to the ticket? Okay. So if I may, and the most for me, the most interesting thing was what you said about how perhaps the party is thinking that if they don't choose her, then John Mahama will have a lot of explaining to do. Who will he have to explain to? Prof. Jane? Well, I mean, that's what happens if you are not chosen for a job. It is explained to you. I don't think that there is some huge constituency of people waiting, for Prof. Jane to be chosen again. And if that doesn't happen, they will hit the streets. So who will he have to explain to?
Well, so this is I'd answer your first point. I mean, in our part of the world, we don't have exit polls to show that a number of women voted because of this or that. So we don't know, for instance, how many women voted for the NDC. I don't know. Maybe the NDC has that data, but I haven't come across that data. Unless maybe somebody would go and conduct a research and ask people, are you likely to vote for this person by virtue of her being a woman? And then you can come out with that data. Now, it must also be said that John Mahama just didn't choose Professor Nana Jane in 2020. She has a lot of backing. And so if there are explanations to be made, those explanations would be to those who back her. Then you need to ask yourself a very simple question. What is the pedigree of those who back her? These are very powerful persons, also within the NDC.
Yes.
And so if those persons are still backing her, and in politics, a lot of play here and there. And look, this is the other point. Now you'd have to choose another person. The person you went with in the last election seems to be interested in wanting in becoming running mate again. If you are comfortable with her, you go with her or him. If you're not comfortable, you change. In that case, you say, I want to bring this person because of this or that. What I gather is that John Mahama himself is comfortable with Nana Jane.
I sincerely hope that in the end, his decision will not be made based on comfort, but on strategy. I sincerely hope that he will be choosing someone who will add to their numbers. Because if they think they can walk the ball into the goalpost like Arsenal, they might be surprised. It's not going to be a cakewalk in 2024. They have to give themselves every advantage. And again, I repeat that I'm talking about somebody I know personally and love. So if I am saying they should still keep their options open,
you want to change?
Then I say they should keep their options open. If there is no one better, then fine, it has to be her.
Well, better is always relative.
Better is also strategic. Because at the time she was chosen,
in politics.
At the time she was chosen, she was the best option they could think of
at the time.
Yes, to fit the description they wanted for a running mate. They wanted a woman. They wanted an intellectual or an academic, right? They wanted someone who would appeal to their cans. They had this shopping list, and she fit the bill. But did she give them the goods? And if she didn't, is she the only one who fits that bill?
Let's see how it goes. What I'm learning is that by the end of the first quarter, John Mahama would name his running mate. So it won't be long. I'm sure that by end of March, we will know. But whatever happens, you can trust your team on the, to have a bit of analysis.
We'll bring you all the analysis.
One of these days.
Yes.
But let's, let's see how it goes. Mama, let's get into the papers.
All right, and I'll start with the Ghanaian Times newspaper.
But before which, I just want to say the news review is brought to us by Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough, and Enterprise Insurance at 100. Yafbini promotion, celebrating our legacy, securing your future. So sorry, Mama.
All right, banner headline though, it's a very scary one. City authorities in Accra grappling with a persistent challenge of street hawking and sales on pavements, pedestrian walkways, and median of road at Kwame Nkrumah Circle and the Central Business District of Accra. Story says, despite previous attempts by the assemblies to curb these activities, traders continue to sell wares such as foodstuff, cosmetics, jewelries, and footwears at these undesignated places. And we are well aware that when it's an election year, the situation even becomes worse, because who wants to get rid of these people who are selling at unauthorized places so that they lose votes?
I mean, that's always the challenge. The fact that in our part of the world, whenever it's time for elections, we're not able to do a lot of things. But I mean, it's such a look. Sometimes you're driving and they come knocking. I mean, sometimes they disturb you.
Yeah.
There are those who actually insult you just because you don't want to buy from them.
Imagine.
Oh yeah.
Well, thieves vandalize ECG transformer, steal copper windings at Nkokrom, and when they did this last Friday, actually ended up, the whole community was in darkness because of their actions. And I really, I don't know, I something should be done to these thieves. They steal, ECG things from the transformer. They steal from the traffic lights.
And they create problems for all of us.
All benefit from.
Yeah. In my area, our transformer has people keep connecting things to it and taking things from it, and every night we get these brownouts, and just because some people are serving their personal interests. And look, sometimes we lambast ECG, and it's not fair because we are the ones doing it. I mean, just imagine.
Well, on the back page, some sports stories here. It says Nigeria manager has called on his side to be more clinical up front, despite boasting the strongest defense at the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. So it's Nigeria, DR Congo, and the bosses are confident ahead of the semi-final matches.
Just by way of information, Ghana is out. Let's get to
we
the
didn't just go out. Performance was abysmal.
Yes, let's get to the daily
terrible.
graphic. For today, health alert, high risk meningitis period. Reports sore throat, headache, fever, and bodily pain. So we're told that, meningitis is around this time. There's a higher risk during the dry season. And so the public is therefore required to report to the nearest facility if they experience any of these symptoms, that sore throat, headache, fever, and bodily pains. Also on the front page, DVLA resolves online registration challenges, registers 25,101 vehicles. In the past, last week there, but people kept asking questions. I haven't seen any 2024 registered vehicle, but I've seen a few.
I haven't.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think this year we didn't record the long queues at the registration centers.
No,
that's
maybe a lot of
something that we would do in the first week of January every year.
Why would you? Well, times are hard, isn't it?
I haven't. And there's a registration center close to where I live. I haven't seen the queues. Okay. Well, are you okay? Are you
no, let me get to Common Core Curriculum. Science students to skip commerce, integrated science. So we're told that... yes, I'm giving you the details.
Okay.
Don't worry at all. It says all senior high school science students will no longer be required to study core and elective maths as separate examinable subjects from the 2024-2025 academic year. Instead, they will be required to take additional mathematics. The Director General of the National Council of Curriculum and Assessment, NACA, Professor Edward Appiah, has hinted, he further revealed that such science students would no longer study integrated science because they were already studying pure science. This arrangement is similar to what existed in the country's educational system post-independence until the major reforms which replaced the middle school system with junior high school and secondary school system with SHS system. So he was speaking exclusively to the Daily Graphic, and he explained that students pursuing general arts, business, home economics, and visual arts will be the ones who take integrated science, which would change to general science and modern maths instead of core maths. Any questions?
My concern really is that I hope that we've done some proper analysis and we're not just bringing back something that existed, but we are actually solving an issue that we've identified. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
The whole, we keep going around with this whole educational curriculum, and you make changes and we don't even have textbooks, and you're wondering how the students are studying.
Also on the front page, 28 Greater Accra MMDCs sign performance contract. Let's get into the daily guide.
All right, there's a big one, and we dealt with this on Top Story yesterday. NSA, that's the National Sports Authority Director, hot over 160,000 Ghana cedis. Details of that in the paper. It says the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament has ordered the immediate arrest of the Northern Regional Director and accountant of the National Sports Authority. The two are alleged to have squandered over 160,000 Ghana cedis of an internally generated fund after they failed to pay the amount into the consolidated fund. Now, if you were following the angles that we brought to you yesterday, then you'll be familiar with the fact that the chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee has also called for a special audit of the National Sports Authority by the Auditor General. Sam George also made some observations and allegations against the director of the National Sports Authority. So, for instance, those of us who follow the local league, we're into football. We were appalled by the decision by the NSA to shut the stadium, the Accra Sports Stadium particularly, and give it out for concert organizers instead of the core objective, which is playing of football. Now it turns out from the details that Sam George has been sharing that the monies that they made out of that has not been deposited into the NSA account. So if NSA is making money from these businesses outside the core area of sports, then why is it that the monies that they make out of it will not be put in their accounts? Some situations, there was also this whole pickup thing, brand new pickup that they bought that got stolen in Kumasi, which was supposedly comprehensively insured, but after about 2 years, they cannot get the insurance documents to get it replaced.
They need to audit these people.
It's just bazaar at the NSA, but I'm just wondering why we've looked on. Isn't anybody supervising the NSA? It's an agency under the Ministry of Sports, for crying out loud. Why would we watch for all these things to unfold for years? And it's only because of one director at the NSA?
Very important question. I hope that
Anyway,
something will be done about it.
I really pray so.
Final paper, The Finder, this morning says 500 athletes to represent Ghana at the 13th African Games. Well, we are hosting it. I hope we host and win. But 110.8 million injected into cocoa in rehabilitating diseased farms, and girl child education essential for national development. Let's
Host
go for
and win will remain a slogan unless we've invested into it.
We have not, unfortunately.
Right, let's do the online review. It's brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy.
And I keep asking you, what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just top up anywhere? Well, please don't do that. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part. So Goyle Super XP 195 and Diesel XP are the best quality fuels with high performance and time for your vehicle. Also Goyle Super XP 195 of course, it's a high-grade fuel sold at the same price as normal fuel. And Goil Diesel XP is also low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. And they have over 440 stations across the nation. So join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goil, good energy. Goil, yen ara yedim.
All right, horrific images from Amasaman as 7 people died when a tanker ran over a trotro. The story is on myjoyonline.com. It's the top story at the moment. We are struggling. We need our money. Guess who's saying this? The chairman of the OIB COVID-19 free water suppliers.
Oh, see? And we're coming for emissions.
Charlie. All right, Public Accounts Committee orders arrest of Northern Regional NSA Director over misuse of 160,000 Ghana cedis and more. Don't make more money for your family when re-elected. Diana is the one admonishing John Mahama on that. Okay. CityNewsroom.com has Ghana experiencing worst punitive tax regime ever. Seth Tekba is the one making that analysis. He says, strictly adhere to bailout program. No, this one is another story on City Newsroom. Strictly adhere to bailout program. IMF advises Ghana. Hey, why are they saying that? Are we veering off it?
Looks like.
U.S. strikes Iran-backed groups as Israel-Hamas war rages. This thing is just going to get a lot worse, unfortunately. But that's where we leave it. Time for the BBC News now, brought to us by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goil. Our high grade fuel comes at no energy.
It's a century of safeguarding dreams with Enterprise Insurance. In the spirit of our 100th anniversary, Enterprise Insurance revs it up with Yafinia Motor Promotion. One lucky winner will cruise around in a sleek brand new Nissan Kicks SUV. First and second runner-ups will jet off to Dubai for an all-expense paid escape. Renew or get your vehicle insurance between January and June 2024 and win free fuel coupons. Monthly raffle draws give you cool gadgets like laptops, Samsung phones, microwaves, gas cooker, tabletop fridge, and many more. Enterprise Insurance Yafinia Motor Promotion is on at all our branches. Call your broker or agent to buy or renew your motor insurance and make history with Enterprise Insurance at 100. Celebrating our legacy, securing your future. Time-tested, truly trusted. That's the Enterprise Advantage. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Enterprise, your advantage. Do you want to study in India? Thai Global is bringing directors of India's leading universities and colleges to facilitate your admission to pursue first degree, master's or PhD programs. 8th of February, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Kumasi, Lancaster Hotel, and in Accra, 9th of February 2024 at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. There will be lots of scholarship opportunities. Call 0532 546478 or 0200 565626.
What's so tasty, creamy, crunchy, makes you happy when it's near? Munchie, munchie,
Kid biscuits, serving you original milky richness for 20 years. Munchie, a rich ankasa. This advert is FDA approved.
30 and 18:30 GMT. At 8:30 GMT, Business Daily.
Today we're looking at how the Eurovision Song Contest in Sweden could actually provide an economic boost to the neighbouring country of Denmark. We hear from businesses, city officials, and explore how other nations cash in when nearby countries host international events.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello and welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service with Rob Young and me, James Copnell. Thanks very much for joining us.
The US Secretary of State Antony Blinken is crisscrossing the Middle East to try to secure an agreement to release Israeli hostages held in Gaza and pause the fighting there. We'll get the latest from the region.
The British monarch King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer. Buckingham Palace says he will continue official duties but will not undertake public engagements.
1 year on from the devastating earthquake that killed more than 50,000 people in Turkey and Syria, we return to the region.
Everywhere is still in rubble. It's a terrible situation. I feel broken to see this place like this once again. May God help Osmaniye and give us patience. There is nothing more to say, really.
And discontent among farmers in France and Germany has spread to Spain, as we'll find out after the news.
I'm Stuart McIntosh with the BBC News. Hello. The US Secretary of State Antony Blinken is due in Cairo as part of his latest push for a Gaza ceasefire deal and to calm wider Middle East tensions. Nick Beake reports from Jerusalem.
The most pressing priority for Mr. Blinken is a pause in the fighting in Gaza. We've been waiting for Hamas to give some response to the framework of a deal that's been hammered out. But there are reportedly splits within its leadership. Divisions within the Israeli government are playing out publicly, with far-right ministers threatening to resign over the prospect of hundreds of Palestinian prisoners being freed in exchange for the release of the more than 130 remaining hostages who were taken by Hamas on October the 7th. It seems the main stumbling blocks are the length of any ceasefire and the future role of Hamas.
Aid agencies are warning that substantial rebuilding still needs to be done in southeastern Turkey, a year after devastating earthquakes killed more than 53,000 people. Save the Children says 1/3 are still homeless. They were the deadliest quakes in Turkey's history. Ayça Aydin from the aid agency Global Empowerment Missions is in Antakya. She describes how the moment of the quake was marked.
There was a silent walk. We went there to a silent walk, like thousands of people was on the street and everybody was silent and everybody was crying because the pain is still the same. So many people lost their loved ones, kids, daughters, babies, father, mother, anyone. So there was mourning. So we went there to hug them and then to say that you are not alone.
The Senegalese opposition has accused the president of a constitutional coup after Parliament approved a delay in the upcoming election. The bill, which pushes the vote back by nearly 10 months to December, was approved almost unanimously after opposition deputies were removed from the chamber. Messages of support from around the world have been coming in for King Charles, who's been diagnosed with cancer. Buckingham Palace had said the cancer is unrelated to the enlarged prostate the British monarch had surgery for last month. King Charles will continue with his constitutional duties while undergoing treatment. Charlotte Gallagher is outside Buckingham Palace in London.
They're not telling us what treatment the King is undergoing. However, he is going to be an outpatient, so he's going to be going to and from hospital for his treatment. And that means he can still carry out his role as constitutional head of state. So he'll be signing paperwork, reviewing documents. He'll still be having private meetings, including a weekly one with the Prime Minister. Prince Harry, he's going to be flying over from Los Angeles to be with his family in this really worrying time, although the King says he remains very positive about his diagnosis and treatment.
This is the World News from the BBC. President Biden has offered federal support to California in the wake of severe storms that caused landslides and flooding. 3 people died after being struck by falling trees, while more than 1 million people are without power. The rain sent mud and boulders down hillsides in Los Angeles suburbs. Britain and France are hosting a 2-day conference in London to tackle the spread of cyber attack tools and so-called hackers for hire. Delegates from 35 nations are expected. Gordon Correa reports.
There has been growing concern over the spread of so-called spyware, commercially available tools which can hack into people's mobile phones and computers to steal information and carry out remote surveillance. These have increasingly been used around the world by governments to target not just criminals but also their political opponents, activists and journalists. Today, the UK and France are hosting a conference in London to try to deal with this challenge through a new international agreement. Representatives from governments and the companies which sell the tools and services will attend, along with those from the tech industry, human rights defenders and legal experts.
South Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol has pardoned almost 500,000 people to mark the Lunar New Year. Among them are a former defence minister and a chief of staff to the former president, Park Geun-hye, who had both been given 2-year jail sentences. High-profile business figures convicted of fraud are also on the list. There have been protests in New Zealand as the country marks Waitangi Day, commemorating the nation's founding. The 1840 Treaty of Waitangi between Britain and Maori chiefs recognised British governance but guaranteed the rights of indigenous communities. Protesters accused New Zealand's new centre-right coalition of wanting to degrade the treaty. The government says it wants to reassess it, an increasingly multicultural society. BBC News.
Ready to upgrade to awesome? Say hello to the new Samsung Galaxy A05, A05s, A15, and A25 5G. Unlock the magic of the awesome screen, 6.7 inches of pure delight. Available in black, light violet, light green, and silver. Your style, your choice. The awesome 15-megapixel main camera gives you breathtaking photos. Built with the 5000 mAh awesome battery, guaranteed to last long, and a 25 watts fast charger ensures you spend less time charging. Make your memories awesome with any of the new Samsung Galaxy A series range of phones. It's not just a phone, it's a lifestyle. Fall in love with Galaxy all over again.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Yeah.
Morning show right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Ira Star there with a wonderful tune, Commas. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Is this the first first Tuesday of February, right?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Charlie.
Oh, you want the month to finish so that
Fast.
you want to go into March. Well, you know, for a lot of people, they actually want February to also end, and they want February to end for different reasons. Also, because a lot of people, spent too much in December, and by the time they got to January, they were struggling, and so their January salary, had to pay debts. So they are hoping that February to come and do a thing or two.
It will
for
be
them.
proper take home.
I have told people, start saving for towards Christmas now. Go and buy a susu box. When you buy susu box, those days that when you the change, you say, oh, keep the change. Relax on that a little bit. Save something small. I'm not saying be wicked, but you save keep the change. Save a little bit.
Do you know what keep the change is doing for the person keeping the change?
Relax. Don't worry. The person will survive. Like people say. That's on a lighter note. Don't take that seriously. So wait patiently. By the end of the year, break that susu box, Mama.
Oh yeah, it works. I've done it
before. It works. You see, it works. Yes, I have decided to do that. And the last time I held a susu box, I realized that, it is very heavy. To the extent that even my little boy now, at 4 years, I've given him a susu box. So when he says, Daddy, I don't have money, then you keep it for him. That is the way to go.
Yeah.
So save money.
Save early. Towards
yes. Get ahead of the curve.
The Christmas getaway.
But it doesn't change the fact that people still want February to end as quickly as possible.
Oh, now they want it to end because times are bad.
It's not easy.
Still.
Some people too are wishing they could completely jump over the 14th. From the 13th, they could just go straight to the 15th. But unfortunately, EMFA. The agenda will not agenda because people have put their whole year on it too. They have planned photo shoot so that they can display their yes
Vows Day photo shoot.
So that they can show their gifts and roses and whatever it is that you are going to buy for them.
Don't buy everything you see on social media. Sometimes people buy the gifts for themselves. They buy themselves.
Yeah, I've seen
and they make
before.
it look like, I've been surprised. My boyfriends and my husband bees.
I've been in the room while a woman has been looking for boxes and designer bags and things to just arrange in front of her so she can sit in the middle and take a picture and look like she's loved.
But what do you gain doing all these?
But that's what's happening, right? When you go on social media, that's what your friends are doing. You don't want to be the one who didn't get gifts. So you do this thing, you are buying pressure for people, as you say. So other people too now are thinking they have to live up to this. So in reality, this is not happening anywhere, but people are given the impression that that's the standard.
Oh, yeah.
That's the standard. Then people go and break up with their boyfriends because boyfriend didn't meet standard.
I say this thing and people disagree with me, but I'd say it anyway. I'm not a fan of special days to show love. If you want to show love consistently. Then on the special day, you make it special. But for some people, you don't show love. Then only on one day. So Valentine, all of a sudden, you're looking for this, you're looking for that, you're looking for this. I'd prefer you show me love even on my birthday than on the Valentine's Day.
What is even most annoying when saying is they don't show you the love even on that special day. They will go and do it on social media.
So it's not actually you. It's not actually you. It's not about you. They don't actually show love to you.
No.
They just want the world to think that they are loved. And you have to be a very sad soul to care more what strangers think than what the reality is. Like, you don't actually care whether whether you bought something special for your man, whether your mom bought something special for you. You don't care about that. But what you care about is that a bunch of strangers, thousands of people who don't know you, they must think that you got gifts.
Anyway, let's do the UPSA Law School Point of Law series for
Is it about Valentine's Day?
It's about marriage. So let's see.
Close enough.
Hey, Professor Kofi Abuchi. A spouse does not need to show financial contribution in order to be entitled to a share in matrimonial property upon divorce. Providing emotional support and satisfactory matrimonial services will suffice as contributions to entitle a spouse to share in the distribution. I will take it again for purposes of emphasis.
Yeah.
A spouse doesn't need to show financial contribution in order to be entitled to a share in a matrimonial property upon divorce. Providing emotional support and satisfactory matrimonial services will suffice as contributions to entitle a spouse to share in the distribution. That's Gilbert Anyete and Mrs. Susan Anyete, 2023. This is very recent.
That means things are evolving. And you know, it's interesting. Look, I understand that a contribution must be rewarded. I think that's just fundamental. It's basic. If you contributed to something, you are entitled to part of it. It's just and this, I'm making a comment about the general concept here of marriage and divorce. Okay, so it's not about who contributed what.
Right.
No. It's about the general concept here. A divorce means that your marriage failed. That's what it means.
Not necessarily.
Okay, does it mean it succeeded?
The fact that it didn't work also doesn't mean that it failed.
Really?
Sometimes you get out for your own sake.
Yes, that still means the marriage failed. It's not that you failed. The marriage failed.
Okay, then I agree, yes.
The marriage failed. Not that one person failed or the other. The marriage failed. The thing that the two of you came together to build, it didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work. It's crumbled to the ground. But somehow, the idea is that still there must be a reward after the failure. So and by the way, let me give this analogy. You go and work somewhere, and you are given a great terms of service. While you are working here, you get this car, you get this house, you get this salary, you get these the perks and all of that because you work here. While you are with us, these things are yours. Then you do a bad job, and so you have to part ways. And you say, yeah, but because I worked there, and while I was there, I contributed. I deserve shares in the company.
You still get your PF, and you still get your pension and all the other entitlements.
If you are sacked,
depending on how.
Not if you are being sacked.
Depending on how the relationship
But
ends.
I mean, marriage is a different kind of negotiation, a different kind of contract.
Clearly.
And so in marriage, lots of things would come to play. I know that there are a lot of men who disagree with this, but I think that look, you go into marriage for the good aspects of it. It was fun. And if it fails, well, based on what the rulings have been made, I mean, based on the rulings, you must share.
Yeah.
Not equally, but equitably.
But even with the case that you cited, they would tell you that is on case-by-case basis.
Yes.
It's not,
but
so the basic rule is that the properties acquired during the marriage should be shared equitably and equitably or equally, whatever.
Yes. I mean, my comment is not to the law. I don't think the law is wrong. I think the mentality of a person who has come out of a failed marriage but feels entitled. That's what I'm questioning.
Yeah, I mean, but that also means that you're refusing to recognize that the two contributed to the property.
That's why I say that every contribution should be rewarded.
That's the
first thing I said.
You would reward
every contribution should be rewarded equitably.
That's it. So you put a percentage to it.
But I'm talking about those who come in with a mercenary intent.
We'll put a percentage.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll put a percentage.
Then we know we are being fair.
And then you just prove it in court.
That's all. Bring receipts.
That's all.
Bring receipts. Exactly how many CDs worth of emotional support
you don't
you
always have to show receipts.
But of course,
there are other means of showing.
This morning, we're talking about air quality.
Indeed.
In Accra.
Indeed.
So we said Accra was supposed to be the cleanest city in Africa. At the time, at the end of the first term of Akufo-Addo, later revised to end of term.
Which is...
It hasn't ended.
7th of January 2025.
But today, the air quality in Accra poses a major risk to all of us. We are all at risk. In fact, I was reading a research that indicated that even women who live close to the road, which is polluted regularly all the time, are at a higher risk of even breast cancer.
Yes.
And I was surprised. Today, even persons who are exposed to polluted air are at risk of diabetes.
Indeed.
Cardiovascular disease.
That was my surprise, yes.
Yes. I mean, you know what?
Birth defects.
Birth defects. I'll tell you one thing. The reason I went to do that research was that when I spoke to our guest for this morning, and he told me that, typical me, I was in doubt. So I went, to read further, and I saw it there, and I was like, really? Wow.
Yeah.
So we're really at risk. And what surprised me the most is that Accra's air quality is 10 times worse than the worst level.
We've got into the unhealthy range.
Yes. 10 times worse than the most acceptable level of pollution. Okay. We are almost twice as poorly polluted as the second worst country in the world. Wow. We are number one, and we are almost double the pollution of number two. And number two is I think it's a city in India, right? Yeah. That is how bad Accra is. So if you're a citizen of Accra, living somewhere near Lavender Hill, breathing in, breathing out every day, do you understand what is passing through your body?
And you're not safe if you live in cantonments and you think that this does not concern you.
East Legon,
if you look
forget
at the
it.
numbers.
Wherever you live, as an Iberican, do you know what you are breathing in Accra today? Stay tuned. Today we'll reveal all. But more importantly, we'll teach you what you can do to stay safe in this polluted capital, which we are living in. Stay with us.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
I get a loan of up to 450,000 Ghana cedis from Fidelity Bank and get rewarded. Switch your existing salaried loan to Fidelity Bank or get a new personal loan and enjoy the lowest fixed interest rate, repayment holiday options, guaranteed fixed monthly repayment installments. And listen, don't miss this offer. Call 0800 00 3355. Okay, or walk into any Fidelity Bank branch today and let them help you achieve that dream.
Well, let me tell you about the College of Medicine and Allied Sciences, which is a degree-awarding institution offering Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery using the Graduate Entry Medical Program and Bachelor of Diagnostic Imaging, BSc Health Information Management. All these programs are accredited by GTech. At Comas, we pride ourselves in our innovative bilingual curriculum that prepares you to consult in French and as a graduate with an entrepreneurial, research and ethical mindset. Admissions are currently ongoing for all SHS graduates who wish to obtain a first degree in health information management, SHS science graduates wishing to gain a degree in Bachelor of Diagnostic Imaging, and graduates with science background who wish to accomplish their dream of becoming medical doctors. Contact us now on 0208 456 556 or send us an email at info@comas.edu.gh. Comas, the citadel of a holistic professional medical education.
Israel says, can you imagine a Winston Susu box? It will feel like a savings and loans company. Oh, yeah, of course, with all the galamsey. But listen, as a business owner, insurance is incredibly important. When you have a business, you are not only responsible for your livelihood and goods, but also that of your customers or clients and staff. SIC Insurance PLC has the full array of insurance policies for your business, which covers property, which includes building, workmen's compensation, key persons, that's professionals, motor public liability, business interruption, and more. Potentially disastrous situations can be prevented with the right insurance cover. So talk to SIC Insurance today on 0800 1055 or 0302 823 100. And you will be glad you did. SIC Insurance, our promises are sacred.
All right, the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is here, and as part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. And of course, we still love the game. We still want our customers to feel the football fever. That's the message from Total. So they say drive to selected service stations and continue the year with lots of amazing giveaways from now until whenever. When you buy fuel or lubricants on selected match days from selected Total Energy service stations, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. So let's all celebrate the passion of football together and win lots and lots of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Remember, the promo is valid while stock lasts. Visit any of their social media pages. Look for Total Energies GH for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Hashtag football together.
And to Toyota users, get ready for a revolution. If you want your Toyota engine to function optimally, then there's only one choice, the Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil has been rigorously tested and proven to be the best oil for your Toyota engine, specially crafted to keep your Toyota engine running smoothly and efficiently. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil is available at all Toyota Ghana branches across the country. Nothing makes your engine happier than Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. For bulk purchases, bulk purchases or distribution.
Can you rewind and come again?
Contact Toyota Ghana on 0302 429 Toyota, superior quality.
Oh, quality no.
Hello to our friends at Toyota.
Yeah.
You miss your car. You didn't get in 2023.
No, they have to bring it this year. They have to bring the Land Cruiser Prado. I'm still waiting for it.
Go and purchase it.
You know, when you get a brand new car like that, when you get a car of your dream, you must insure right. So SG Bank says start the new year with easy and secure movement with SG Ghana. Get reliable motor insurance and receive free fuel for your car. Buy or renew your Sound Drive insurance with SG Ghana from now till 31st March and get free fuel of up to 500 Ghana cedis for your trips. It's time to hit the road with reliable insurance, of course, and free fuel. Visit any SG Ghana branch today and get the cover you need for your car, plus free fuel to take you places. Sound Drive plan is underwritten by Allianz Insurance. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is certainly you.
All right, now you know what to do today. Go to kingdomstoreonline.com and of course you can buy all of your favorite quality office essentials, equipment and furniture. From there, you can pay by Momo across all networks and then they will deliver to your home or office very quickly, actually. If you're in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery as well. Who doesn't like that? Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
So let me tell you about Pepsodent. Now, Pepsodent charcoal is made of a fine blend of fluoride with a unique combination of natural charcoal, lemon, mint, and zinc to whiten your teeth, strengthen them, and remove bad odor from your mouth. Pepsodent Charcoal White gently polishes away tooth stains and naturally restores your bright smile. For our herbal lovers, try Pepsodent Herbal Toothpaste, which is infused with a unique blend of green tea and herbal extracts formulated to repair and protect your gums while giving an all-round cooling sensation. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for the past 25 years. And Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association, and it gives you the opportunity to talk to a dentist for free. Call toll-free on 0800 161 000 to talk to a dentist free. You can get Pepsodent at a shop near you. Call our customer care center toll-free on 0800 2030. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
Yafinio Enterprise Insurance, leader in general insurance since 1924, celebrates 100 years anniversary with a Yafinio motor insurance promotion. One lucky winner will drive off in a brand new Nissan Kicks SUV. First and second runner-ups will jet off to Dubai, all expense paid. To win, purchase or renew your vehicle insurance with Enterprise between January and June 2024. So between now and June 2024, monthly raffle draws offer you lovely laptops, TVs, microwaves, fridges, and more. Also win instant free fuel coupons and gifts. Visit any Enterprise Insurance branch or call your broker or agent. Call Enterprise directly using this number 0302 634 777. Experience the time tested and truly trusted 100 years legacy
courtesy of Ghana's oldest insurer. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
All right, normally we'd bring you the nutrition line from Nestle that offers good food for a good life, but we're taking a break today. So we're going in just a few minutes for the Joy Sports Center. Stay tuned, it's all coming up.
Imagine strutting into the most anticipated wedding of the year. Only to see 7 other girls wearing your exact same outfit.
You are special and one of a kind, and that's why whether it's voice, data or SMS, you get to enjoy personalized offers tailored to your specific needs with MTN just for you. Dial *141# or select your options on the My MTN app to redeem your unique just for you package on Ghana's best mobile network. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest-earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide, high credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis, and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100, or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
All right, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. All right, few messages coming through this morning.
Yes, to my sweetheart, Mr. Emmanuel Achia of Ashoman Estate. Congratulations to my love on turning the big 60. I thank God for bringing you into my life. My husband, my confidant, father of my children, and the many children you have nurtured and mentored. You're a good man, and you have shown me that there is love in this world. All the proof in God I need is in you, a gift from the heavens. All right, we celebrate this day with you. Happy birthday, Daddy. We love you.
Today happens to be... Oh, that's nice. Today happens to be the birthday of Dr. Kojo Pumpuni Asante.
Oh.
Dr. Kojo Asante of CDD.
Yes.
It's the big birthday today.
Indeed.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Doc.
Today is also the birthday of Justice Emil Short. He turns 81.
Wow. Justice Short is still very active.
Yes.
You know, he still looks very healthy and young.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations to you and happy birthday.
Yeah,
Justice
happy birthday
Short.
to him. And also happy birthday to Eugenia Akosia Santo Esiama from your mom, Bertha Friye Donko of Bank of Africa, and your siblings, Nana Mefriye and Francisco. They say they love you. And happy birthday to Dr. Gifty Yabua Tremi of Kolebu Teaching Hospital Medical Block from Mr. and Mrs. Tremi and your siblings. They say age gracefully in strength, good health, and prosperity. Finally, happy birthday to Hilary Lani Kisse of Absa Bank Ghana Finance Department from Team Finless, who say we wish you a great new year. Have a wonderful birthday.
All right. You have another one?
No, when I said the Achians, you remember we were given some nice clothing, African prints.
It's from them.
That's where it came from.
Oh, wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful. Thank you for those. Those were really nice. Okay, quick happy birthday to Queen Star Queen, Cyril Boat, Akaba Wolasi, Ken Ochre, and Kofi Jima Amwakujima.
It's also the birthday of John Ewua, CEO of the Ghana Association of Banks.
Oh, nice one.
So this one from all of us, including George, we have happy birthday to you.
Hey, today is special, pal.
Yes.
Dr. Kojo Asante,
John Ewua.
And Dr. Emil Short.
Yes.
And
Justice Emil Short.
Finally, a belated happy birthday, belated 16th birthday to Gabrielle Trinity Owusu of Association International School. This one from Nathaniel Atto.
All right, then. The Joy Sports Centre is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And Twisco Energy Food Drink. Mbura, it's not Twisco, okay? It's Twisco Energy Food Drink from Promasidor Company Limited. Twisco, power your dream.
Salah is in the house.
Welcome to Your Future, a future designed exclusively to propel women-led businesses to the next level. Are you a female entrepreneur developing technology or leveraging technology? The Standard Chartered Women in Tech Incubator Program offers specialized mentoring, mini MBA business courses, curated network-tailored masterclasses, and seed funding to help you unlock unimaginable business growth. Apply now to the Standard Chartered Women in Tech program. Visit scwomenintechgh.com or the Standard Chartered Bank Ghana social media pages for more information. Application deadline is 29th February 2024.
All right, so MTN Momo has an app. It's been specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. Just download the Momo app if you don't already have it. It's on Play Store, App Store. Download it on your smartphone and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. Momo app allows you to view your statement, pay bills, and do so much more with the app. Use the app for your Momo transactions and enjoy 100% bonus when you recharge using the Momo app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with a flex at no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go. Fence.
Very good morning, Mama V.
I can't get over the fact that Chelsea keeps losing. So listen,
thank you very much.
We've got to call you Salamat.
Thank you very much for your reminder, but no thank you. Good morning to you and good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Centre with me, Fentu. Tahiru Fentu, coming up over the next 10 minutes. Lots of AFCON updates for you, as well as all the drama that unfolded at yesterday's Public Accounts Committee sitting involving the Sports Minister and the Director General of the National Sports Authority. Welcome aboard. Let's begin with this. The flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, says he would collaborate with the Ghana Football Association to build a new Black Stars team around homegrown players if elected president in 2024. The former president's comments come on the back of Ghana's humiliation at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. John Mahama was speaking to party supporters during his Build Ghana tour.
We will build the new Black Stars based on homegrown players, domestic players who have trained together for a long time and work as a team. And then we'll bring the foreign ones to come and blend with them. If you bring only foreign players, they don't play together, they play in their individual teams. And then when it's time for competition, you bring them and come and tell them to play. It won't work. The core of the Black Stars must be made by domestic players who have played together for a long time. We'll keep camping them. And they keep practicing together. And then when we are going for a competition, we can bring some of the foreign players to join the domestic players, and you'll see that we'll have a better team. And so we're going to overhaul Ghana football in collaboration with the Ghana Football Association.
That's John Dramani Mahama. And perhaps another area they should consider overhauling is the National Sports Authority. Yesterday, the Minister for Youth and Sport, Mustafa Yusuf, was before the the Public Accounts Committee, and he said there that he did not authorize the National Sports Authority's decision to close the Accra Sports Stadium for concerts in December last year. Hearts of Oak and Great Olympics were forced to move their home games to Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi because of that decision by the NSA. Appearing before the Public Accounts Committee, along with the Director General of the NSA, the minister said sports stadiums are to be used mainly for sporting activities.
The main purpose of sporting facilities is for us to use those facilities to develop talent and also for competitions, whether national or international competitions.
As Minister for Youth and Sports, did you authorize the suspension of sporting activities at our major stadia over the festive period, the December period?
No.
You did not?
No, I did not. Yes, I'm aware. And I did called him to ask.
The him he's referring to there is the Director General of the National Sports Authority, Professor Peter Chimesi, who was rigorously questioned by Ningo Prampram MP Sam George, and he insisted that there was nothing wrong with the decision he took.
My minister sent a visitor, an inspection team, which was led by Chief Director here. And I think I have all this evidence here to come and check whether we have been able to recover the pitch. And it's fully done.
You still have not answered my question.
It's fully done. The usage of the stadium for other purposes, like, for example, congresses. I think MPP, NDC congresses, they were all held there. They were all held there. Other non-sporting activities occurring in our stadia, it's not new.
Very interesting. And there were also moments where the chairman of the committee, James Kluche Aveji, consistently said the NSA director was undermining the sports minister. This was after the sports minister ordered the transfer of one staff member from the Central Regional NSA, and the of course the sports authority director instead told the said staff not to move. Meanwhile, the Public Accounts Committee has also asked the Auditor General to conduct a forensic audit of the NSA. This was after the NSA's chief accountant, Kweku Labi, could not satisfactorily answer questions from the committee's chairman, James Kluche Aveji, about monies coming into the NSA's central accounts.
Are you also aware of the Kumasi Stadium, that there's a contract between MultiChoice and National Sports Authority, either the regional office or national? Are you aware of that?
That I am aware, Mr. Chairman.
How much have been paid for that?
Mr. Chairman, I'll verify. I don't have.
It means that you're not aware that payment has been made?
I know payment was made.
How much? If you know the payment, how much has been paid?
Mr. Chairman, I cannot say offhand here.
Auditor General, I'm repeating my recommendation. We'll recommend in our reports, but I think you should communicate this to the Auditor General himself immediately. There's a need for a special audit of National Sports Authority.
That was not all. In fact, the committee issued a directive for the arrest of the Northern Regional Director of the NSA, Salamatu Al-Hassan. This was after it emerged that she also failed to deposit over 160,000 Ghana cedis in internally generated funds. Now, let's move on to AFCON-related news. Nigeria, they are sweating over the fitness of star striker Victor Osimhen after he did not travel with the team to Buake ahead of their semi-final clash with South Africa tomorrow. He complained of abdominal discomfort and doctors left him behind in Abidjan for further observation. The Napoli striker has scored one goal in this competition, but the BBC's John Bennett says he will be a big miss for the Super Eagles if he doesn't recover in time for the game.
Yes, this will be a big concern for the Super Eagles. Victor Osimhen hasn't been in goal-scoring form at this tournament, but his pressing, his energy, his work rate, they've all been crucial to Nigeria's success at the Africa Cup of Nations. He literally leads from the front. The likely replacement would be Paul Onuachu, who can cause problems, 6'7" striker, but Osimhen is world-class. So the Super Eagles fans will be hoping that Osimhen returns to full fitness for that semi-final.
Meanwhile, Osimhen's teammate Moses Simon says they are not too concerned about the striker's lack of goals at this tournament.
Actually, the mood is very good in the camp. Likewise, everyone. We don't even think about this, and I believe even him, he don't think about scoring. He think about victory. If he have the opportunity, he will score. But if he have the opportunity once again, he still give the pass. But the important thing I can say is we just want to win. We don't care who score, who don't score.
That's Moses Simon there. Let's go to the opponent's camp, South Africa. And on a bit of a lighter note, the South African defender, Grant Kinkana, he says his captain, Rowan Williams, should be made the country's finance minister to save their economy. This was after Williams saved 4 penalties against Cape Verde on Saturday to take South Africa into the semis.
Yeah, world-class keeper. World-class keeper. All I can say, I think he should be made the Minister of Finance. He can save South Africa's economy. I think we understand that, if we don't concede we don't lose games. So we try so hard to work as a team. I think we start defending from the front. So we try so hard to not concede and give us a chance at, winning the game.
That's Grant Kinkana. What about the South Africa boss, Hugo Bruce? He's called for steps to be taken to improve the competitive